YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today, guys, we are finally grinding ourselves to Masters with Voiceless Voice. Now, I haven't touched Masters at the moment. So far, most of my games is just 3 to 4 wins and then 1 loss most of the time. So it's pretty good. I am having fun with this deck, to be honest with you guys. And well, I adapted my previous version with the meta nowadays. So majority of the games that I'm playing up against are Rescue Ace, Snake Eyes, Fire Kings, and even there's some UBells out there, but I'm pretty sure that UBell is gonna come out after a while. It's just basically a day after the new pack, so majority of the people are actually using Voiceless Voice in rank. So, as you might notice, we are running 2 copies of Barrier and 1 copy of Superheavy. And we are running Summon Limit, Maxi, so the typical staples that you'll need in Master Duel. And I do believe that you really need to use this up against meta decks nowadays. I did had a previous version where I want to run Nibiru here. I was tempted in making this into a 41 deck just to have Nibiru in it. But so far, with the amount of high-level monsters that you have, I do want to remove it and just have more consistency with these cards as well. And so far, it garnered me those type of games, as you might saw in my match history. The copy of Summon Limit is very much useful in case we are going up against UBell, Fire King, Snake Eyes, or even Rescue Ace. For our consistency makers, we are getting 3 copies of pre-prep. Pot of Prosperity is pretty much useful with this deck. I am not using Extravagance, but you can choose to use it if you want. I would recommend, if you're using Extravagance, please take note on the extra deck on what significant cards that you might need. Like a copy of Dynamundo. Dynamundo is just basically a situational card. There are going to be some instances where you are forced to not use Dynamundo because in a format like Master Duel where we have 2 copies of Cold at the Grave, they can just remove your ritual monster from the graveyard and then it will lose its effect if ever you want to summon another copy of it to the field, which is pretty heartbreaking. When it comes to our consistency makers, the reason why I'm even using 2 copies of Barrier is because low is your primary point of getting access to your Barrier, which is not half bad, to be honest. There are a ton of ways that you can get low to the field. One of which is a copy of Diviner, and then Saphira needs to be on 3 copies. This is one of your best cards to gain you access to your ritual spell to the graveyard, and then 1 ritual monster to your hand. So you might need to craft this if you don't have this on 3 copies. This 2 right here, your bread and butter for the deck to gain you more advantage and to gain you more wins. The copy of Superheavy, the effect monster here, I was belittling this card before, but I was wrong. To be honest with you guys, I had a ton of fun with this card, and the amount of advantage that you can use gaining access to your ritual spell from your graveyard and have this as a free body on the field is pretty good. And if ever your opponent activates a card or effect, you can chain this, summon a copy of your Skull Guardian or even a copy of Superheavy, the ritual monster, from your deck to the field, which is pretty much a really good advantage. Furthermore, if you want a high beatdown and you have some spell cards that you want to send back to your deck, Superheavy, the effect monster, is pretty useful for that. The 2 barriers, I really thought that this might be a big problem, but it wasn't. The Omni Negate for the Skull Guardian is pretty useful. It's basically Baron the Floor on the field, having to negate 1 important card, but you need to be more disciplined on what card to negate. And the copy of Radiance is one of those things that if you have 2 copies, like the copy of Superheavy to the field and a copy of Skull Guardian, you can pop 2 cards on the field, which, like I said, discipline is really important. Extra deck, we're just using a copy of Elder Entity Entes. If ever you have a copy of Diviner and you want to pop 1 card on the field, it happens sometimes where I need to pop 1 card. It was very helpful. 1 Herald of the Arclight, gaining you access to 1 of your ritual monsters. 1 Baron, 1 copy of Chaos Angel. The level 1 and the level 9 will come out from time to time, so I would advise having 1 copy of Chaos Angel. The 1 copy of number 28, Titanic Moth. If you have 2 level 7s, which is typically your Skull Guardian or even a copy of Superheavy, or some of your level 7 monsters, which is easy enough to summon to the field, except for Saphira. If this is the only monster in the field, you can direct attack, although its attack is half, but your main point for this is to summon the Arsenal Zeus, and I think Arsenal Zeus has a cool animation, so check that one out. The 1 copy of Typhon, 1 card that can remove 1 monster on the field, which is pretty good, and the rest are basically situational cards. Oh yeah, forgot about a copy of Dynamundo, so better have this as 2 copies. I did place Lina because majority of my games that I'm going up against are Voiceless Voice, so Light Monsters is the trend at this current week, so hopefully, but I'm pretty sure that it will change, so we will have to remove this in the near future. For now, you can use the effect of Lina the Light Charmer. Little Knight, pretty good card. If ever you go into one copy of Link Kuriboh and then you link up into a copy of SP Little Knight, it's not half bad, I would say. Blackluster Soldier, so if you are using a level 7 or higher monster as a material, your opponent can target this with card effects, which is pretty good, and also it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects, which is pretty insane for a card. And it gains one of the 3 effects if ever you destroyed a monster, so pretty insane. With that, I won't be narrating with the replays, boys and girls. I would like you guys to enjoy the replays without me talking in the background. But anyways, so enjoy the content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep safe, good luck. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe. Yeah, see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.
Ha 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 ha!